The webinar should run for about 20 minutes, and today we'll be looking at how to create and save page styles, applying page styles to all pages, how to set a default text style, rearranging your pages in the editor, and keyboard shortcuts to help save time. So let's get started. Firstly, let's look at how to create and save page styles. This is a handy tip to remember so you don't have to recreate the same layout over and over again. The editor offers you a selection of different page styles to choose from. If you want to edit an existing page style or you simply want to create a new one from scratch, then you can create it and save it to the Page Styles library. Clicking on the cog in the far right corner of the Page Styles tab will allow you to save your new page style. I'm going to show all of this to you in the editor in a few moments. I'll just run through the other time-saving ideas. Applying a page style to all pages. So if you don't want to choose a different layout for each page in your photo book and you want to apply the exact same page style to every page in the book, then you can do this by right-clicking on the page style and selecting Assign Page Style to All Pages. It's really easy. This can also be applied to particular backgrounds. Again, you can right-click on the background and select Apply Background to All Pages. Next, setting a default text style. This is another handy action that will save time with your text style. Instead of having to select a size, font, and color every time you start a new text box, you can define a default text style. After picking your style that you want and double-clicking on your text box, you can highlight the text, right-click on the text and select Use Current Style as Default Text Style. And before I go into the editor to show you these things, the other thing you can do is rearrange pages in your book. So if you want to move pages around after you've designed them, you don't need to delete and recreate them. The editor has a rearranging pages feature that allows you to move your page spreads around as you wish. Remember that you can only rearrange double page spreads, not single pages. So you have to move the left and right pages at the same time. All right, let's show you how to go ahead and do these in the editor. So I've created a photo book here. This is our download editor, and I've just put a few pages in so that it's easier for me to show you how to do things. So the first thing we talked about is creating and saving your own page style. Let's get a blank page. We'll just open a blank page here. So if you might want, say you want 6 photos on a page and you can't find that page style in our options. So down the bottom, you've got all the page style options for this theme. I think I've chosen the contemporary theme. I want a page style that has 6 landscape photos on a page. I might have just a bunch of snapshots and I just want to pop them all in together. I don't want to have to worry too much about it. So I don't have what I need. The easiest way to do this is find something similar to what you're trying to do in the page style options at the bottom, and you can edit it to make what you need. So for example, here's one. I'm going to drag this onto the page. So that's got 3 picture boxes how I want. I want another 3 next to them. So we'll just get rid of this text box just by clicking on it and delete. Now here's a really good time-saving device as well. So if I want to highlight all 3 of these picture boxes so that I can copy and duplicate them, copy and paste them. To do that, click on one box and you'll see blue dots around the edges. Hold down your Shift key and then while you're holding it, click on the other boxes and you'll see they're now all highlighted. So that's how you highlight multiple things at once. I then want to copy these. So I'm just going to right click and choose copy. And then over here, I'm just going to paste. So it's just made a duplicate of those. Now I'm just going to move them so that they're aligned with the other ones and that was simple because all I had to do was drag them. Because they're all highlighted, it drags all three of them together, so they're all nicely aligned. I now have 6 photos on my page, which is exactly what I'm after. So now that I've created my page style, I can save it. So in this cog here, which was I showed you on the slide, click on that little cog, and I can choose save left page as page style, save right page, or save the whole spread. I only want to save the left page style. It's going to ask me for a name. Just to keep it simple, I'll call it 6 pics. I can save it. So at the bottom where you've got your page styles, there are different categories. I'm going to save it under multiple boxes because it doesn't fit into any of the others. You don't have to do this. You can just say none. I'm also going to have the box ticked so that if I do any future projects that are the same size, 11 by 8.5, and I choose the same theme, the contemporary theme, these boxes, this page style will appear, so for future projects. So remember, when you do create a project, if you're going to do your own page styles, remember what theme you chose and keep using that same theme each time if you want to reuse your page styles. So I'll click OK. And in a minute, down the bottom in my page styles, I will see, there it is, 6 pics. And if you click on if you want to categorize and just see the ones that are multi-boxes, so click on there it is. It's in that. If you're looking for it quickly and don't want to have to go through all of the things. So the next thing you can do if you want is you can apply this to every single page in your book. You might be really lazy and just want to pop in all your snaps just very quickly. To do that, just right click on this page style and you can say assign page style to all pages. If you prefer, you can just do it to left or right pages, but so I'll just show you how that works. If I click on assign it to all pages, every single page in my book now has 6 picture boxes. So that's a really quick way to do that. I'm just going to undo that so that I can show you some other things. Okay, so if you didn't see anything down the bottom to help you make your page style, you can start from scratch. You can delete everything on the page. You can add text boxes, add picture boxes, however you want, and you can design the page exactly as you like, and then you can save it. All right. Next, I was just going to quickly show you how to apply a background to all pages. So we click on our backgrounds tab here. I might just want a plain background. Let's just say I'm going to choose a plain grey background, for example. All I have to do is right click on that background and click on assign to all pages. Again, you could assign it to all left pages, all right pages. I do that and it's changing every single page in my book to have that grey background. So that's handy if you want to apply the same background everywhere. That's fine, I can leave that on there for now. Next, we're going to talk about creating a default text style. So let's go to one of my pages, say my giraffes, and I want to add a text box. Double click into that text box. Actually, let's just move it over here. Let's double click into it and we're going to add some text. So over here on the right, you can choose what font you want. Let's choose, I don't know, this one, for example. And let's choose a color. We'll go white because that will be easier to see. And we'll choose a size. Let's just make it 22. And I'll type my text in here. So we'll go giraffes. And then, in fact, you don't even need to highlight the text. You can just right click in this box and then you'll see the option to use current style as default text style. So I'm going to click on that. And then if I go to my next page and I've got some zebras there, if I add a text box now, that text box, when I double click into it, will automatically still be Franklin Gothic medium, size 22, regular, and the color is white. So it's kept that style. So I don't have to add that in every time. I can just go for it straight into my text, say type my text in. So that's simple as that, how to create your own text style. Next, I was going to talk about rearranging pages. So if you can see here at the top, I've got giraffes. I've then gone to zebras. Oops, I went back to giraffes again. So I've put them in the wrong order. I want to rearrange them because I want to put pages 6 and 7 before 4 and 5. So it's really easy. Just click on the page button up the top and then click rearrange pages. And I can see a list of all my pages. Now, as I mentioned, you can only do it in spreads, so you can't move page 1 or the last page because they're single pages. All I want to do is move 4 and 5 down. I can actually just click on it and drag it to where I want it to go. And look, they've swapped. Alternatively, if you want, you can use these arrows here. So say I want to move 4 and 5 down again, I can just use the arrow and move it down. If these arrows with the lines under and above, that will move it to the front of the book, that will move it to the back of the book. So let's save that, click on OK, and my giraffes are now next to each other. So I'm happy with that, the way that is. All right, let's return to our slides, and I will talk about one more thing, which is keyboard shortcuts. Now, these aren't anything new. These shortcuts are available for most applications, not just ours, but they're a handy thing to remember. So if they're really basic stuff, like to copy something, Control-C on a Windows machine or Command-C on a Mac, paste, Control-V, select all, Control-A, undo, Control-Z. If you want to insert a new page, which is handy just for our program, Control-I, or if you want to insert a new text box, Control-Shift-T. Really simple stuff that will help you, and I'll show you now just how things like this can help you. Let's say, for example, I want to auto enhance. So I want to enhance all the photos on this page. So if I press Control A, or if you're on a Mac, Command A, that highlights everything on the page. So you see blue dots on everything. Now just realize it's not going to let me auto enhance my text. So to unhighlight that, I'm just going to hold down Shift and click on it, and that doesn't highlight the text. I can then go to the right-hand side of my screen. I've got my auto enhance function here. If I click on that, it will auto enhance everything on that page. I'm not sure if you could tell the difference there, but it did actually apply it. Another thing you might do, for example, on my zebras page, I might want to add borders to everything. So if I Control A to highlight everything, again, I have to shift and unhighlight my text and probably my background as well. But yeah, so I can now click on border, and it will apply a border to every photo on that page. I might make the border white so you can see it, and I'll just make it a bit thicker just so you can see what I've done. Is it working? My computer's decided to freeze. That's handy. Hopefully in a minute it'll apply that border. So let's see. There it is. Okay, so it's applied the border to every photo on that page. So that's a nice way when you highlight everything. The other thing is, if you decide you want to rearrange one single side of a page, so I've got my zebras on the left-hand page, maybe I want to put them on a right-hand page. I can Control A, actually, so you can either Control A, or the other thing you can do, if we don't want to move everything, is we can just do what I did before, is hold down the Shift key, highlight everything on that page, because we don't want the opposite page. So Control C to copy, and go to a blank page here. Let's get rid of these. Doing it the slow way, see? And Control V I had it on a left-hand page, didn't I? So I want to move it to the right-hand page. I can do that really simply just by popping it there. When you have everything highlighted, if you drag it, it moves everything at the same time. So that's a nice way to do that. If I want to insert a page, I can do Control I, and it's just added a page in here for me, blank page. Or if I want to add a text box, Control Shift T, and there you go, it's popped a text box on the page for me. So lots of little handy things that you can use there. I think that is all that I wanted to show you. If you have any questions, now's a good time to send them through while I do a quick recap of what we've talked about. Okay, so basically we've looked at time-saving tips and things such as saving your own page styles rather than recreating them every single time, how to apply the page style to all pages, and the same with page styles and with backgrounds as well, how to set a default text style, rearranging your page spreads if they're not in the right order, and using some keyboard shortcuts for quick and easy use. All right, if you just bear with me for one moment, I'm just going to check if we have any questions. Okay, someone's asked if we email these instructions out. I can actually, we're going to put this video on our YouTube stream later this afternoon, so you can rewatch it. That's probably the easiest way to do it. We also have on our FAQ page on our website lots of little short videos, 2 minutes each, of how to do a lot of different things in the program. Okay, someone else has asked about setting a border for the whole book. Unfortunately, no, you can't. You do have to do each double page at a time. There's no simple way around that. You are welcome to call or email us. Our customer service team are here Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Melbourne time, and our phone number is 1300 553 448. Always happy to talk to you. You can also reach us by email, which is service@albumworks.com.au, or you can talk to us via live chat from our website.